they just like shut you down. Like, oh, then what I like to do when they're like, you have to buy something is, this is a trick someone taught me a couple weeks ago. I said, what you do when they do that is you high road it. And when they say you have to buy something and you're like, look, I already have weed. I'm just meeting my friends here or something like that. They'll just be like, you just say, give me a pre-roll and get a whatever decent cheap pre-roll or whatever, right? And before they ring you up, they put it on the counter and they're gonna go type it in. Just take it and put it in the tip jar. All right, and they're always gonna be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, what are you doing? And just be like, I don't want the joint, but if I have to buy something to come in here, I have to buy weed and stuff. I don't want to smoke it. It's okay. I only vape rosin. I don't smoke joints and stuff like that. So there, I just it's for you. You can have it. It's fine. It's no big deal. And yeah, but what I'm saying, Scritchy, is like they will say that even if you're drinking something, you have to buy weed too. You have to buy something from the cannabis menu. You have to buy weed, hash, pre-roll, something. They've done it, or an edible. You know, sometimes I'll go in and get an edible if there's like a €6 edible. Sometimes they have them for cheap. I'll do that. Sometimes they do it. And you know what's interesting? Like you can say this, that they'll probably never concede to you on this, but technically the law is they can't force you to buy drugs. They're not allowed to do that. You can't go to a coffee shop and be like, I would like to get a coffee, please. And they're like, sorry, you have to buy drugs too. They can't force you to do that. They cannot. They legally cannot. Like if this turned into a thing and you decide to like take it to court or something and through whatever system they have here or something like that, they would side with you. Like for sure. Like they can't, like that's crazy. A dispensary obviously is a different story. It's all it is a place to go buy weed stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's America. It's a different setup there. Over here, it's literally a cafe that also has a weed menu, and they have to be a cafe as well. So like even the takeaway only shops have to offer something. They have to. Like it's like technically by law they have to offer something. So buying actually coffee is like the smoothest, right? Well, I guess, but like you can't. It doesn't matter about if you're buying something there, you're a customer and you should be allowed to be there. If they could say you have to spend at least €10. They could say that, but like they always say like you have to buy weed. Like I would just be like, all right, let me buy a coffee for everyone at the table I'm going to sit down at. You know what I mean? Like fine, I'll spend $10 on coffee. I'd rather do that than have to buy some shitty weed. That's gonna burn crappy, because I don't want to buy a good gram of weed here, because the problem is in Amsterdam, well, really the whole Netherlands, the problem is that they got good shit here, but it's overpriced like crazy. And the more I've met up with, like, guys, you've seen in the past 2 years on my stream, I've met with more and more coffee shop people, the people who run the shops, the people who work at them, the people who are frequently there, and then people who supply coffee shops, people who just have collections that they trade for money or whatever, I guess, just dealers and shit like that. Like I've met all these kind of guys and stuff that supply shops and whatnot. And then I get to find out what these things actually cost, even after the smuggling, is like 3 times cheaper than what they're charging in coffee shops. Like I expect a markup at any retail place that you buy something. I expect a markup, obviously. Like I expect my vape, if I'm gonna buy it, to cost an extra $25 in the store than it would be if I bought it from an online distributor or bought them wholesale. It makes fucking sense. That's how it works, But there's a point where it's gouging, and there's definite gouging happening in Amsterdam coffee shops. Definitely, 100%, in a big bad way. There is, a great example is this thread that I posted on X about the butt egg hash. I will post the link for you guys so you guys can take a look at it. I kind of threw a coffee shop under the bus for this, so I don't really care, because they shouldn't be selling butt hash for this price. Let me just squeeze on down to this post. Oh man, I've been active this year. Here. Share. Copy link. Tweet. Okay. So in this link, you can see I do a little breakdown on butt hash. Okay. I do a little butt hash breakdown. All right, I actually acquired an egg of hash. Explain a little bit of how that gets into this country, and then drop the bomb that this is actually being sold in coffee shops. And this isn't like some new development. This is what's been going on since forever, since buttholes were invented, since buttholes and airplanes existed. Wait, since buttholes and passports existed, there has been butt